The brown rat has only been present in the UK since early in the 18th century. Since then, it has replaced the black rat as the most common species of rat in the country. Brown rats are relatively large in comparison to other UK species of rodents, with fully grown adults weighing about 300 grams. While they are called brown rats, they actually can vary in colour from light brown to almost black. They have a blunt, rounded snout, large feet and small ears in comparison to their body size, and a thick, hairless tail, which is shorter than the length of the head and body combined. Brown rats are nocturnal animals, which means that they are active during the night. Consequently, they do not have very well-developed vision and rely on their sense of touch to find their way around their environment using the sensitive hairs which cover their body. They also have a well-developed memory, enabling them to remember the obstacles within their environment and move around them. Unlike house mice, they are naturally wary animals and will treat any new object they find with suspicion, taking days or weeks to become comfortable with it. This behavior is often termed new object reaction or neophobia. They demonstrate a predictable feeding behavior, returning to the same site each night to feed from a food source that they are familiar with. They will also carry food away and hoard it. Their food preferences may vary depending on their habitat, and rats infesting refuse tips and sewers will feed on a mixture of foods of both animal and vegetable origin. They consume about 10% of their own body weight every night. Brown rats always need to have access to freestanding water and will need to drink around 60 millilitres during their periods of activity. While they are active, brown rats will urinate constantly and produce around 40 droppings every 24 hours. These are usually produced in a latrine area and can build up to significant numbers if the population goes unchecked. Like all rodents, brown rats have incisor teeth that grow continuously throughout their lives. To compensate for this, they spend a significant part of their waking time gnawing, not just on food, but also on inedible materials such as wooden supports, electrical cables and pipes. Damage to property, with the inevitable consequences for businesses and livelihoods, are a very real risk when infestations are present. Brown rats are classed as commensal rodents, meaning they will live in close proximity to people and can be found both indoors and outdoors in urban areas, on farms, around refuse tips and in sewers. It is not surprising, therefore, that they are able to spread disease. Most of the harmful microorganisms carried by rodents will be a reflection of the environment in which they live, and rats have been proven to carry bacteria such as Salmonella, Listeria, and other microorganisms responsible for diseases such as Cryptosporidium. They have been known to be responsible for plague outbreaks caused by fleas taking blood from rats, and people for carrying a bacteria in their urine responsible for the cause of Weil's disease in humans. About 30% of the rats in the UK are thought to carry this bacteria, which can be fatal in some circumstances. Many of the brown rat infestations found in urban areas are associated with drains. From here, they are able to gain access to buildings where they can then produce and cause damage, as well as contaminate food and other materials with droppings and urine. From there can come the spread of disease, financial loss, damage to reputations, and the feeling of anxiety to homeowners and employers.